Who that nation? What it do? Back on another reaction. I'm reacting to this video about Joe Biden supposedly falling asleep at this the G summit or whatever that was.
This is the challenge of our collective lifetimes. The existential threat to human existence as we know it. And every day we delay, the cost of inaction increases. So let this be the moment that we answer history's call.
President Biden overseas trying to impress the world on climate change, but...
So, first thoughts with this climate change thing is they're talking about spending money on helping curb the inevitable, which is the climate change. You know what I'm saying? It's inevitable. It's happening. So how can what we do slow it down or stop it? You know what I'm saying? That would be the question that I have. And do they really care, or are they just acting like they care?
But he's not impressing anybody here at home. The president attempting to save the planet by riding around Rome in an 85-vehicle-strong, gas-guzzling motorcade before this big summit, and by sending a third of his cabinet and an army of staffers to the global warming conference in Scotland. While claiming the situation on planet Earth is so dire, President Biden reacting by appearing to take a nap during a climate speech. Meanwhile, back here in America, the president's crises.
And that's understandable, because like the average American would fall asleep in something like that. But the thing is that, you know, you the president, you know, like there's eyes always on you. You know what I'm saying? People's always looking at you. So why send that message out as a leader of a country? You know, I don't think Papa Sleepy Joe is what they call him on the streets. I don't think he knew what he was getting into. He knows what it's like to sit behind the scenes and be behind the presidents, but you know, I don't think he knew he was gonna have to do all of this.
These are piling up as his approval rating tanks.
Dang.
Down to just 42%, with a whopping 54% disapproving. And 71% of Americans say they think the country's headed in the wrong direction.
Look at his
but
face.
Biden says all that doesn't matter to him.
Yeah, I bet.
The polls are going to go up and down and up and down. They were high early, then they got medium, then went back up, and now they're low. Well, look, this is look at every other president. The same thing has happened, but that's not why I ran. I didn't run to determine how well I'm going to do in the polls. I ran to make sure that I followed through on what I said I would do as president of the United States.
All right, so Sandra, you fell asleep during this climate thing. It's going to kill us all in a matter of years.
And the whole point of being there was to say, wake up, this is urgency.
Right.
And, you know, if you sit down and put yourself actually through watching that video in its entirety, it wasn't just a blip. It wasn't 15 seconds or 20 seconds. It was a full minute.
It wasn't just a blip. it wasn't just a... They so funny how they be talking, bro. Like, could you imagine me at that table? They'd be like, what are you doing here, sir? What are you doing here? And I would just be like, I'm here to take your job.
Although Greg says he would have done the same. That being said, you know, I was jotting things down as you were going through the open there.
Really?
So eloquently pointing out the situation that we are in as a country. As the president sat there, we have talked about inflation ad nauseum, but we're at a point in the year we're quickly approaching the holidays. And the number one discussion now is that your Thanksgiving dinner is going to cost more. And if you're trying to fly to go see grandma, your flight's going to get canceled because of vaccine mandates and bad weather, according to the airlines. Christmas is coming. Gina Raimondo, the Commerce Secretary, when asked, are you going to get your Christmas presents on time, says call FedEx, because we're dealing with a supply chain crisis right now. Gas is through the roof. So if you get in your car, it's going to...
You hear how they talking? Basically, they telling you that you're going to have to be a hustler, bruh, and not have to be dependent on like these average ways, because they telling you that it costs more to fly. They telling you that it's going to cost more to fill your gas tank up. They telling you it's going to cost more to make your Thanksgiving dinner this year, bruh. Like, they telling you all these different things. Question is, what is you going to do about it? Sleepy Joe is falling asleep at a climate convention. You think he cares about the climate, bruh?
It costs you twice as much in some areas of the country. There are major problems and major headwinds right now. And people feel that. These are very tangible problems for the American people, and that does not poll well for the president, and that reflects better on Republicans putting forward a plan for next year.
Greg fell asleep during the cold open to today's show. Do you understand
they
why
called
the
him out on
president might
live
be a
TV.
little lethargic?
Yes, climate change is boring as a topic.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
said
we don't
that.
do it very often, and often the statistics aren't true. The computer models are way off.
And while we making fun of him for falling asleep, look at old girl in the background on the phone. She's talking on the phone. And let's see, is anybody else asleep? Bruh back here on the right, he looked like he might be close to sleep. So, you know what I'm saying? I get it, bruh. It's hella boring, bruh. But, you know, it just looks bad when you're the
Often
president.
it becomes
I
a
guess,
waste of
you know?
time. But this is like a
But his name is
funhouse
Sleepy
mirror
Joe,
of the previous
you know?
president.
Yeah.
Like, you had nonstop energy that was actually really, really exhausting. Like, Trump was 24/7, and Biden is 0.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you know, you always know how the far left is doing, and you know that they're working really well is when America is going in the wrong direction. That is their barometer, because if they get their stuff right, most of Americans should be suffering, because that's how leftism is like a medic. You know, it's what, you know, moms give you to throw up the poison. That's how you know it works, is when
I
you're
don't
throwing
understand.
up. That's what leftism
They
does
going-
to
what they
you. But if
talking
I were
about?
Joe Biden, speaking of that, and I heard that 71% thinks the world's America's going in the wrong direction, I would poop my pants. Or I think the past
All right, so let me ask anybody a question who's watching this. Do you think that America is going in the wrong direction? And if so, what do you think should be done about it? What do you think should be done about it, man? On that note, we're going to conclude this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If Sleepy Joe doing a good job, or does it look bad with him falling asleep at the climate change convention or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all think about this situation? Y'all let me know. Till next time I'm out.